Chai, also known as Dracula O, used to sing in Anasazi, now sings in Blue Anxiety, and just an all-around legendary punk rock New Yorker. First time I met Chai, I was hanging out at St. Mark's Place, and I remember it was like 80 degrees and he was wearing a trench coat, and he drop-kicked a bonehead, and he's been my friend ever since.
I remember maybe going to like a show when I was probably like 12 or 13 and being like, dang, that motherfucker old as hell. Like that. Then, bro. Not to put you on blast, but
I'm 104, I'm Dracula.
Just to let him know that you're a fucking lifer, bro, you know? I mean, I've seen you, I've witnessed you maintain friendships for as long as I've known you.
Yeah, I have friends.
No, but in a serious way.
In a way, but I have also, there's people, I think my family.
Yeah.
And I have a handful of people that I could call in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
And be like, oh God, what the fuck you want?
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying? But to have that and to be a musician, it's hard sometimes because you have concerts, you go to different states and places and countries around the world. Yeah. You can't see everybody. Yeah. Sometimes people get pissed at me like, oh, you were in Canada, you were in Montreal.
You texted me the other day, you were like, you were gonna get tattooed in January.
Yeah, fuck out of here, I know you had time.
Oh, your glory.
I know that, but I don't care. I was like, yo, I was gonna see your ass. I thought I was gonna see you that weekend. But regardless, I have to tell myself sometimes, like, you can't be upset, like, it's because everybody, we're adults. It's not like we're kids. When we're kids, we have all the time in the world to fucking hang out. I used to sit on St. Mark's Place till fucking like 7 o'clock in the morning.
I know, that's
with my friends drinking and sniffing glue and terrorizing all the punk shops. From Search and Destroy to Trash of Order to Religious Sex to Ian, everybody fucking got it. Freaks used to rob freaks, used to walk out with bondage belts and bullet belts all around us. Our friendship meant we were getting fucked up, but getting older, after quitting doing drugs, selling drugs and drinking, I couldn't enable that kind of behavior with other people anymore. Yeah, so I had to stay away. So that's when it came to friendships and relationships. Some of my friends thought I was being a dick from staying away from them, but
you gotta protect
I didn't want to enable them, and I would tell them I can't be around, I can't go out.
Yeah.
I would just be like flat out, like, I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
And they would be like upset that I couldn't go to a van or a show. And I'm like, sometimes I mentally needed that because I'm bipolar, I have manic depression.
Yeah.
I get crazy anxiety, so I can't really be out too much like that.
Yeah.
The world sits on me already.
Yeah.
I feel I have when I wake up in the morning, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna stop me from doing what I need to do in the day.
Yeah.
I just keep going and pushing through it. You know, swimming through kitty litter forever. The emotions.
Yeah. I feel like there's been a lot of folks that have been lost recently, you know what I mean? Even like, before Noble, like a lot of the record.
R.I.P. Noble.
Yeah, man.
Noble forever, man.
A lot of the record like concerns loss, even though I didn't write it about Noble. You know what I mean? It's about a lot of the parts where I'm talking about loss, I'm talking about my mentor that just passed away, who was like a crazy producer, was in fucking was this San Diego hardcore kid in fucking Inside Out and Forced Down, and then became like a fucking pimp and then a dope fiend and then and then was just selling drugs the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And
that was most of my life.
Yeah. But he designed the End Racism logo. The End Racism. He designed the End Racism logo, and so everybody called him.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, he was still alive, and people called him, and they were like, "Yo, Rihanna is wearing one of your shirts."
Oh, hell
like
no.
the End Racism shirt, you know what I mean? They were like, "Yo, you could sell that," because I knew that he had a bunch.
She was dropping bombs, supporting her Zionist career.
Yo, God bless Rihanna. Whatever.
She's a Zionist. Fuck you, Rihanna. Fuck all Zionism.
Yes,
I'm here to kill rock and roll. I'm here to bury all the Zionist pop stars. You're in trouble. Salute, hails.
God bless L'chaim. I'm proud to not only know you, but have you show me a path early on, and then allow me to be with my brothers and try to rock like ourselves, like you showed us how to rock.
That's that New York shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that tribal New York, native New Yorker shit. I feel that is getting lost because of gentrification, because that's a killer. That's an organic genocide. That's a concept worldwide. Gentrification is a killer.
Yeah.
And displacement and colonization is such a thing. And I'm glad that people like ourselves are recognizing that in these times and trying to change that for the future, for our kids, our people to live on, and the next musicians and artists to come along.
Yeah. The coolest part about this music shit is like the people and the friendships and the tribal nature to it that is then created. And it's not just created, but you have to choose. I think someone like yourself, I think it's not a choice for you, perhaps, because you're a fucking anomaly.
Kids who grow up in New York, we dream in darkness, I call it. We have a thought of dreaming in this big world, this fucking mechanical world that they throw us into, and we're supposed to survive in a thought and pick up paths. It's either you could go one way or you could go the other, and the other one could be jail, death. The rest of your life you're fighting an addiction to something, and no one gives a fuck about you. So but us being here, we have an equality thought of healthy anarchy and equality that comes into play with people, and we treat everyone equal regardless of your sex, race, whatever you are.
That's also, I feel like I feel like even before we was friends, I learned that lesson from you. Because I remember being a young kid, and anytime there was smoke, especially with the kids, you were first being like, nah, that ain't fucking happening.
No.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes people want to look witch hunt. And because of a uniform or the way someone looks, they all want to side with that. But it's like, nah, I don't follow the sheep. Let's straighten this shit out. Especially in the community, you always want to have people look out for each other and have each other's backs. You have to choose to live like that and to treat other folks with that sort of not only respect but love. You know what I mean? Because you treat a lot of folks with love. That's how I was taught. I was brought up like that. I think it got coming back from my childhood of growing up from East New York to Ridgewood and to the neighborhoods I sat on the block with. And my dad was in a street gang in the 70s. So when I was hanging out with these men, I was hanging out with grown men in cuts and engineer boots and biker rings and I would hear them talk like an adult to me, and a 5-6-year-old, and seeing drugs and weapons around me. By the time I was a teenager, I was already running around. And when I met punks, I was like, oh, these guys are like the most normal, nice guys. Like hanging out with Vinny Stigma and shit. You're gonna see it. And I was like, oh, these guys are so sweet.
These guys are cordial,
And compared to my uncles and my family, they're assholes.
That's lovely, man.
Oh my God.
That's what's up. Yeah, definitely some of the kindest folks that I've had the pleasure.
Are you excited for the new album?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm also just like.
But I know you poured everything into it.
But I'm just scared. I'm more just scared to be doing it without my brother. You know what I mean?
It's okay. He's there with you. That love, he's there. You got to remember, he's on your shoulder. Every day, he's with you. He want to see you winning. He was a soldier of what? Love. Compassion. Noble had the best heart, man. He was the best. And that's why it hurt when he was gone. But regardless, after this lifetime, you'll see him again. He'll be there waiting for you.
By the river.
And he's probably so fucking proud of you and so excited for this new album. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I don't know. It is exciting, but it's difficult. It's difficult.
It's okay.
But we're gonna.
You every time you get on that, you for your daughter, for him, for your wife, for your family, for your community, you're fighting and you're singing that. Those songs of protest and that song and that love for your people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm proud of you. That's why I fuck with you. No bullshit. Real talk. Regardless to these cameras or not, I would be saying that to you because I love you and I think you're an amazing artist, and I don't think you get enough of that. You don't tell yourself that, but you should.
I'm much more easy to have the self-deprecating monologue.
Trust me, that's the curse of an artist. You get that. I don't look at myself at any kind of thing. In my head, sometimes I think I'm 8 foot tall.
You on to me, man. You're on to me, baby, for real. Oh yeah, dude. Like being able to know you for so long and going on tour together.
Yes, that was the best. I love that.
Oh
that
man,
I had a great time.
Right?
The Chicago show. Oh my God, I had to go.
Oh, like relax, fool. You relax, motherfucker. Oh my God, get out of town with that. Yo, get out of town. But no, we had such a wonderful time. And
Noble.
And yeah, Noble was there, and I think we were all excited to do that tour. But ever since that time, I've been proud to love you and call you my friend.
Yeah.
And even when we're fucking far apart, you know what I mean? Don't see each other for a long time. You know what I mean?
We're all musicians. We're all everybody's on their own same page.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And it's difficult. It's difficult sometimes because sometimes I fucking need you, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes I fucking
I tell you,
need you.
I'm a phone call away.
You know?
That's all. Just call me.
I know.
I'll call me anytime. I'll pick up.
I know.
I'll be there, regardless. And I know what you're working hard and you're running around. You work. You have your child. You have your family. You got to make sure that shit's like on lock.
Yeah.
You know, that's important. You know, just keep doing you.
Yeah.
Stay on that one path. Don't get sidetracked by bullshit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Gossip and bullshit and drama could always be a downfall of certain things in bands and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah. I'm encroaching on years. You know, you've been encroaching on years, and to be. And you know, and fucking
ginger.
Like, what are things that you love to have part of your life that you feel doesn't change, whether those be people or the city or the music, like, or you feel like young kids coming into the scene? Like, how do you see all that?
Oh man,
because in some ways I feel like there's like
they get their rebellion from the internet. We got it from life
some
experience.
of them.
Some
So right now there's like 3 crush scenes in New York, and they're all sick. Like it's.
But I tell them you can't. You know, you're playing death metal. That's too bad. It's too heavy. I was like, dude, it does not cross over well. I was like, listen, regardless, whatever it is.
Don't be Uncle.
You know what they call me? Uncle Dracula.
Uncle Dracula, they call you that?
The crew, the young ZB dudes come and they tell me, Uncle Drac.
Yeah.
Listen, I have nothing but love for them. As long as they have a kindness of equality when they grow up to have towards the next generation of people who come along who are from New York, because I'm for, regardless to where people move here, but the people who are born here in New York, I want them to always have a thought and a place that they can feel free of themselves. And that's what I strive for. And that's what, regardless to what kind of music they're playing or what they're into or what uniform they're wearing, it doesn't matter as long as they have a thought to pass on to the neighbor and they have this fight in them, you know?
Yeah.
Because if without that, New York culture is gonna be fucking erased.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, much agreed.
Neighbors barely even talk to one another, and I see that with people who are not from New York.
Yeah.
It's sad. You know, it's scary.
Yeah. I think at least I feel like some folks I've seen throughout the years that I really appreciate, like Lil Wayne or something like Dream Crush or something. Yeah. Somebody who's like from like Wichita and stuff, and they need this kind of place because they're,
of course, to be free. You can't be a freak, queer, can't be, you know, a person of color even, in a sense, to be in these fucking places, you know, without being prejudged and a thought that you're not equal enough. Of course. And these people who come here, they have a thought of equality and community, and they want to work along amongst other people.
So I try to not be, because I agree with you. Off rip, I agree with you. Even when like the older punks was like, oh, like, you know, like show
they
me
were assholes,
you know, or show me body lame. You were like, they're from the city, you know what I mean?
The dudes, when I grew up, in the '90s, I mean, some of the old school dudes like Roger, Jimmy Gestapo, Stigma. The best. Yeah. The best. Those are like the other guys, the friends of theirs, and they were the guys, they were assholes that I would pencil dive when I was at CBG. I would jump right on their fucking heads as a kid.
Yeah. I mean, that don't change. That doesn't change. Hopefully none of them, like my homies, are the ones that kids are like, I fucking hate that guy.
I don't know.
Hopefully
there's people out there who don't like me, and
I know. But I feel like
I'm not gonna rub everyone's back the same way.
But I feel like something that I see as being a positive positive is that, or in something that maybe is a negative too, but is unwilling to change or won't change, is like people constantly coming here to redefine the city.
Right.
You know what I mean? And in some ways, it can be a positive thing in certain ways, right? When they're freaked out enough and they're down to rock with the culture.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, it's folks like you that I feel like gave us the respect that, not that we deserve, but that you showed us. You know what I mean? You didn't have to do none of that, but you was like, nah, these are some kids from the city, and they do it.
Well,
even though
I
they're
got
fucking
banned from everywhere, from the city, from CBGB's, the Continent, to New York Poets Cafe, to ABC No Real. My band.
You were banned from ABC No Real too?
Yeah, I got into a huge fight there.
Oh my God.
With a Food Not Bombs carriage to these band that wouldn't lend us. We had no equipment. We were the type of band we were poor kids. We lived in a squat.
Yeah.
We want to borrow your equipment. They said no. We were like, we're still borrowing your equipment. They said no again. We said, we're taking it now. And then a brawl happened.
Yeah.
But anyways.
At least I can say that seeing you move throughout the time that I've known you and show young folks respect.
Yeah.
And
because they're bigger than me. That's why.
And
because they're bigger than me. Take me upside down. Put my change.
Some of them is. No, but for real, like not only does it give me something to emulate.
Yeah.
But then also I hope that other people also learn from you.
Right. Good luck with that, I tell them.
Fucking asshole.
I'll go fuck.
Fucking asshole.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We're gods in our own world, and we make what?
Shoot, you a god in mine, motherfucker. Yeah, I tell you that.
But I love you.
I love you too.
The Godfather. It's just a trip.
Yeah, man.
Salud.
Dude, I need some liquor. Fuck.
All right. Wrap that shit up, B.